Welcome back to Epic Genealogy. I'm Mark, talking today about the world's longest name and why some cultures have such long names. Let's get right into it. Who has the longest name in the world? It's this guy, Hubert. I'm going to try this, but you're going to probably just have to read along even with the abbreviated one. Hubert Blaine Wolfschlegel Steinhausen Bergerdorf Sr., and he holds the world's record for the longest name. And the full one is here, and I'm not even going to try it. And Hubert Blaine, of course, is a German-born immigrant here to the United States. Yeah, that's quite something. But what really got me into this, it wasn't because I was just sitting around wondering what the world's longest name was. And actually, this might just be the longest number of characters. It may not be the longest number of given names. I'll get to that in just a second. But what got me into looking at this was I was going through some of my own family history. Now this is what I was looking for. Now Nifa Noto here, she is a 3-time or 4-time great-grandmother to me. She is why my great-grandmother, Nifa Pecoraro, is named Nifa. So what they did, and I've mentioned this before here in Epic Genealogy, is the naming tradition in Europe and some other places is where the firstborn male is given the father's name, the paternal grandfather, and the firstborn girl is given the paternal grandmother's names, and then of course, then the second born of the male and female get the maternal grandparents' names. So I was able to figure out that Nifa, this is going back quite a way. She was born in 1741. Her grandmother is Nifa Farella. And what I found out through marriage records is that her father was actually not born. Okay, you can see she was born in Garini, but her father was born in Partinico. So if you remember the videos, and you should go back if you haven't seen it, famous Sicilians, Frank Zappa's family was actually from Partinico, which is, of course, right near Garini, Sicilia. So what I was doing was I wanted to get further back in Partinico. And so thank goodness the records in Partinico are really good. So while I was going through the records in Partinico, this is what I came up with. This is a 1706 January 1706 baptism record, and I'm going to blow this up because this is what got me. In this part of the record, the baptism record, which was really nice that they did this. Garini, they put it up on the top, but hey, on the side is pretty good too. So on the side here, you have the baby's name who's being baptized, and so you can see right away. I mean, this is what really caught my eye. We'll blow this. Katerina, Anna, Antonia, Rosalia, I'm going to say in the vernacular, Giuseppa, Maria, Michaela. Now you can see how many names are here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 11, no, the 10 given names. Now, the reason why they were doing this is, like I said, if it was the firstborn female, they would get the paternal grandmother's name. And what they would also do is they would also give the other names to show respect for, well, let's say the saints. So that's why there's a Maria, Josefa from Mary and Joseph. So and Michael or Michaela. So it was to pay homage or to respect to and get favor, I guess, of the saints. What's interesting too here is that, again, this is just the informal part over here. This is the formal baptism record here. Let me make sure we get this in view. This is the formal baptism record. But you'll notice if we go in here, if you can follow the Latin, the imposition of the name Katerina, and it's not even actually in order. So talk about confusing. I mean, sort of like when we're talking about, certainly if we're talking about this guy, Hubert Blaine, yeah, it's going to be some confusion when you got it so long, especially if you're calling this guy, if the parents are really upset with this guy and they're trying to middle name him. That could take a half hour to get him into the house. What we see here is, I thought it was funny anyway, that given that there's 10 given names over here. It wasn't even put, they didn't even put it in order when they transcribed it on the side here. So they're not actually in order. But this got me thinking, this is what actually got me thinking about the longest name. I mean, this is actually the 10 given names is the most that I've ever found. So I was interested, well, what is the longest name? Now, of course, we know that we can see that this guy's got maybe the longest characters, but he does have 26 given names, or so he's got 27 names total. But I actually found somebody that's got 38 names, so he actually has 11 more names than Hubert Blaine, and so what I think is probably the most in the world is this guy. And so when I first saw this, I immediately thought of the meme on YouTube from Gladiator. So you have Quintus Pompeius Senecio Socius Priscus. My Latin is as bad as my Italiano. But here is his full name. Again, we can put this would probably go pretty well with the Gladiator video. But that's his full name there. So I think he actually gets the longest in history, as far as I know. Again, can you imagine being the parents being upset with this guy, or someone being upset with Quintus and middle naming him? Probably not worth it.
What are you middle naming me for?
All right, so that's just a short video on who has the longest name, maybe who has the most characters in his name, and just a little bit about history of why they do that. Of course, they're doing that to pay tribute and respect to the grandparents, and also to close family members. And depending on where you're from, they may be paying respect and maybe trying to get favor, curry some favor with the saints. So thanks for watching this video. I'm Mark, and this is Epic Genealogy. And please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. And if you'd like to help support the channel, you may do so by going into the description so I can make more videos more frequently. So thanks for watching.